I've always been the type of anime viewer that enjoys over-the-top battle shonen like Black Clover, My Hero Academia, and Naruto, to name a few. I love seeing these characters start from nothing and still push through to reach their dreams. And that is why today I wanted to talk about Devil is a Part-Timer, my favorite slice of life romantic comedy! Wait, you couldn't tell this was a romantic comedy? Devil is a Part-Timer is if the Lord of the Underworld and the greatest celestial hero maybe sort of had a thing for each other, maybe. It's not like I like you or anything, baka. In the great city of Ignora, there lay 5 islands in the shape of a cross, 4 points in each cardinal direction, around a larger central island to form Ente Isla, the islands protected by the gods. Satan, the ruler of demons, sought to crush the inhabitants of Ente Isla and take over the island in order to create a world livable for all night creatures. Satan had 4 great generals and launched a merciless attack on the 4 continents of Ente Isla. All seemed lost until a lone hero rose up against them and started to turn the tides. Along with a band of comrades, the hero crushed Lucifer's army to the west. They backhanded Adramelech in the north. They clapped Malakota's cheeks in the south. Then they ran up on Satan in the center where the demon lord kept his castle. The hero said, "Let me in, Satan, so I can hurry up and beat that ass." Satan and his last undefeated general, Alciel, are overpowered by the hero's army. They are forced to open a portal and retreat to another world, where before Satan leaves, he vows to one day come back to Ente Isla and subjugate this land. The portal that they leave through takes them to Earth. Upon arriving at our world, he decides to take over Earth as well. What horrors does he have in store for the people of... Wait, why do you look like that? Why do you have 0 magic? Did you get reverse isekai? How do you even do that? When they arrive in our world, they realize that they have lost all of their magical abilities. So instead of gaining a bunch of overpowered abilities when they get transported to another world, like in most isekai, they lose all of their overpowered abilities. But the funny thing is, they still act like they're really strong. And this is Devil is a Part-Timer's greatest strength. It's actually funny. Now I know that comedy is very subjective. Everybody isn't going to laugh at the same stuff. I get it, but I personally don't find most anime funny. But while watching Devil is a Part-Timer, I laughed for the first time while watching an anime. When Alciel does this move, he fully believed he was going to murder this man just for existing in the wrong place at the wrong time. His sheer surprise in being normal cracks me up. They execute this same type of joke in different ways throughout the show. So many mundane events that we have experienced will be turned into this intense anime moment. Should I risk it all to fix the fryer? I could use that last bit of magic to fix it, but what if someone sees me? Will the manager blame me for not meeting our sales quota? It's also fun to see them try to think through normal problems in our world, like managing finances or doing the laundry. Since they are doing it from the perspective of King of all demons, it adds a subtle, serious humor. It's funny because they are so serious about something that is very mundane to us. They treat house cleaning and part-time shifts with the same level of intensity as a full-scale battle against the church. If all of that doesn't sound funny enough, just listen to this.
Let's roll, Dullahan! Yeah!
I legit quote this at least once a week. Once they arrive in our world, they have to learn our language and our world's customs. They learn all of the little things, like how they need to find a job to earn money to pay for a place to live and food to eat. The job that Satan is able to secure is working part-time at a fast food restaurant called McDonald's. Also, Satan is the only one working. So Satan, or Sadao Mao, is forced to support himself and his demon general Alciel with nothing but a single part-time job. This is also why throughout the series they have to save money where they can by eating dishes like cucumbers soaked in honey. Satan lives this meager life peacefully until one day he runs into Amelia, the hero from Ente Isla, who has come to slay him, sacred sword in hand. Oh wait, that's just a pocket knife from the 100 yen store around the corner. So yeah, it turns out the hero followed Satan through the portal, but she also doesn't have easy access to celestial force like how Mao doesn't have easy access to magic. So Amelia isn't in a situation where she can dispose of Satan without forfeiting a surefire way of returning to Ente Isla. And this is where the romance comes into the show. They're supposed to hate each other. She is the hero and he is Satan. But in classic romantic comedy fashion, they start off hating each other and they slowly grow feelings for each other over time. The reason this is my favorite romantic comedy is because of the way that they show the push and pull of love interests in the show. Usually someone is too nervous and they push this narrative for as long as the audience will stand it, and sometimes even past that. In Devil is a Part-Timer, however, there is a very real and relatable reason they push down their feelings for one another. Mao is responsible for many horrible things, and one of the things that he is responsible for is the death of Emi's father. She sees how kindly he treats the people of this world. He is a perfect McDonald's employee, and she wonders why he couldn't show this same kindness to her father. It's a very strange situation. Emi held so much hatred for Satan before she actually got to know him, but now she sees he's actually a pretty nice guy. Learning this doesn't erase the fact that he is responsible for her father's death. It doesn't erase all of the pain Amelia went through. But little by little, as the series progresses, she starts to learn more about Mao. She starts to respect him, and maybe one day, she can learn how to forgive him. In this story, the line between good and evil, the line between human and demon, starts to blur. What really is the difference between a human and a demon? The last and maybe the best reason I love this anime is the way they lay out the information about Enta Isla. When Mao and LCL first get to Earth, of course they realize they are in a human form, but Mao makes a very important observation. Mao says, "Maybe human is the base form for all demons." LCL tries to help the audience brush this thought to the side by saying, "Surely you jest, sire." But really think about what he said and how the powers of Enta Isla work. In Enta Isla, there are humans who use celestial force and demons who use demonic magic. If Mao's theory of demons having a human base form is correct, that means that demons and humans were never different in the first place. The only difference was the way they channeled their magic. You discover later that when Mao is around a lot of negative feelings, he can generate more demonic magic and restore his demon form. This makes me wonder, if he were to channel positive emotions, can he use celestial force? Are the only differences between humans, angels, and demons where you come from, what you were told you are, and how you channel your emotions? I think Mao never really wanted to kill anyone. I think he's always been kind. That's why when he transforms back into his demon form, he chooses to save people instead of hurt them. This makes sense when you look at his backstory in the light novels. I'm going to talk about the light novels now. As a child, Mao came from a small goblin village that was completely destroyed by another demon clan. They left Mao for dead, and Mao cried as he slowly awaited his death. An angel comes down and saves him because she has never seen a demon cry. She tells him that he is special and he will become the king of demons. Up until this point, all demons do is kill anyone they run into. Mao, being the kind-hearted demon he is, doesn't want any more death. And that is the whole reason he wants to subjugate and rule over everyone. All he wants is to form a society that was inhabitable for all demons. I think what he really wants is peace. I have only read the first 9 light novels so far, so I don't know how it ends. But I really love the way they can go from goofy to serious when laying out important new information. The way they begin to blur lines between demons, angels, and humans reminds me of stories of angels and demons from our world. Lucifer, or Satan, is thought to be the devil of our world by many, but the actual lore was that he was originally God's best angel. So even in this story, the line between best angel and demon king is extremely thin. The same person can become the best for good or evil depending on the circumstances and how they choose to deal with their trauma. Devil is a Part-Timer did so much more for me than any other romantic comedy that I have watched, and I am so glad after almost 10 full years later, they finally gave it a second season. So yeah, we're actually getting a second season for Devil is a Part-Timer, and I know everyone has that one anime that they just wish, hope, and pray that they have a season 2 for. And that was my anime. My anime was Devil's a Part-Timer, and I finally got it. You probably didn't, and you probably never will. No Game, No Life, you're never gonna get a season 2. Like everyone else, can eat it. And I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm glad that my anime got the season 2. So I'm really hyped for that, and everyone should go watch it. So thank you for joining us on this wonderful journey that is now coming to an end, a conclusion. And I would like to thank all of these beautiful people. If you like what we do here, you can also get on that list by supporting us on Patreon. Why do you always say patron?
I don't know, man.
It always fucks me up. Yeah. I've been your host, Christoph Christofferson. If you liked the video, go ahead and leave a like. If you liked it even more, you can subscribe and leave a comment with nice things. I really need that. I really like the nice things. And just remember, you don't have to believe in yourself. Believe in me. Believe in the me that believes in you. And I'll see you in the next video.